on the last episode.
Why are you always brushing that fish?
I find it calming.
Why is that?
Don't ask me.
Wait, that's a fish?
And so we continue.
Sagan residence, Monday.
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Mizuki has your voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
Alright, here's Hitomi, but where's Iris? So I guess we have to talk to Hitomi first. Alright, about Iris.
I've put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that. But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy." I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me.
Oh, it's cool. What about your parents?
They died when I was 17. I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes, all alone.
Wow, what a strong woman.
But Renju would help sometimes.
Renju? Where is Renju?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
Wait, what? There's no point in hiding it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Okay. Still no leads about Renju though. About Iris again.
It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, there was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing, even as a kid. Whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers, and she did it at the show too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it.
Wow.
When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. "Mama, you're a good dancer." That's the kind of girl she was.
Ah. About Iris.
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing.
So I guess you can call her a dancer.
It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing.
Oh,
But she lost her balance and fell. She fractured her leg pretty badly. It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. "Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance?"
that's all she worries about?
She cried and
walking?
cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
Okay. One other time. What was the other time? Dot dot dot.
6 years ago, I was the victim of a shooting. After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die! Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
I swore to myself then that I would protect her, no matter what. Iris is everything to me, more important than my own life.
Alright. It's Monday. Isn't it a school day?
Today's a holiday. I suppose there's never a day off for a detective. Oh, but you aren't a detective, right?
Technically, yes. But I still deal with crime.
I see. Today is a holiday.
You forgot too, didn't you?
Alright, wow, I didn't know Hitomi went through so much in her life. And Iris was the one who was there for her. That's cute. Summarize for me.
Iris must really enjoy dancing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
though her drawing skills could use some work.
Drawing skills?
What?
Look at the drawing on the wall.
The drawing on the wall. This one?
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months, but I met him about 6 years ago. Have you been to the Kume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me.
What? There and there?
I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes, then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once. Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park. But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm. He had that cute side to him. And I was falling in love.
Wow, it all started with the first kiss, huh?
Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliche, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed.
Why am I supposed to hear this?
I don't think we ever said I love you,
Is this really relevant?
but we both knew. We were getting closer and closer. I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met him. Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo. Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting. Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture.
Yeah, you were talking about your life already.
He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate.
Okay, let me pronounce that. Is it okonomiyaki? Okonomiyaki. Okay. He wanted to make okonomiyaki. Okay, that's cool. I can pronounce it correctly.
It was ridiculous.
What's an okonomiyaki, by the way?
He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head.
Oh, it's a Japanese dish. Okay.
Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too.
Oh, I see. That's why the picture is like that. That one on the top is okonomiyaki.
Plop, plop.
Plop plop.
I added
Indeed.
the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce. At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic,
It is. It must be fun.
but those days didn't last.
Oh.
6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him, and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, He committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true.
Oh?
I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too.
Yeah, I got a point
I
there.
didn't want Iris to know
Know what?
that I was dating a criminal. It was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past...
There's a drawing on the wall. Iris drew it when she was 12. Summarize for me.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing. We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
But I've learned a lot with Hitomi and the crimes that have transpired 6 years ago with regards to the shooting and everything. So that was that was intentional. That thing was intentional. Okay, let's go to Lemon's Gate. Wow. This game has a lot of things, you know. Can make you like sad, can make you happy. It's just a great mix of a lot of emotions, and I love it very much. So let's go.
I am so aggro right now.
What does aggro mean?
Who says that?
Why are you angry?
Oh, angry.
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
Uh-oh.
I didn't make any promises.
Yeah.
You promised me a date, though.
Yeah, that's it.
I did go to your house.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
Alright. She's so aggro. Alright, let's go and talk to Iris. Have the day off?
Off?
yeah, from school.
Oh, yeah. It's a holiday. So I decided to come to Lemniscape. We're going to do a recording for a show soon.
Why was your phone off yesterday?
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you.
About last night's visitor.
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Oh no. She gonna ask us for Shovel Forge again?
Yes.
All right then. Shovel Forge.
Yep.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right?
Is that an Ace Attorney reference to that objection thing? That's cool.
Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
Okay. Where is Renju?
What about him?
I don't need to hide it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
Okay, do you know Sosujima the politician?
I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Okay, I saw your body. There we go.
Iris, promise you won't laugh, but I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body.
Oh my gosh.
I told you not to laugh.
But, come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here. Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are. Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
Another bizarre explanation.
Yeah. Alright, summarize for me.
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
Okay, guess we should go on a date so that we can compensate.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute!
Yay! So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
I will not.
So, we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Deal! And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming up. I should be done by 3, though. Tessa, we're starting soon. Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3? If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious.
More than aggro.
Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Alright. Iris smiled and strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
Okay. Last but not the least, we'll go to the cold storage warehouse. I guess we have a date with Iris at 3 after her recording or something like that. Cold storage warehouse, Monday. With Aiba in my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though. There's a switchboard here.
Switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Okay.
You first arrived here yesterday, and at that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time,
The corpse was gone.
it was 11:25 p.m., but the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m., after we finished syncing with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
Unknown. The report does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Oh.
Outside influence?
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
Alright. Let's examine the forklift.
It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely just left here.
Okay. What's this box? There's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it. Okay. I thought there was something there. What about this?
It's a wooden box. There is nothing inside. There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them. A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Guess we have to keep examining the workbench then. It's a workbench. There's nothing on it. Okay. What about this? Switchboard. Switchboard installed in the back of the warehouse. Nothing in it too. The overhead crane.
A crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed.
The crane on the ceiling. Okay, nothing of the ordinary here. Forklift. As of the forklift on the ground, there are on clearly frozen. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. What is shelves?
There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
An empty wooden box on the shelf. Yep, it's finished. Once the name of the item is grayed out, you can no longer it's just gonna get repeatable. Alright, what about this? This cold storage space isn't in use. Okay. Anything else here? What are we supposed to find here? Normal forklift. We searched the warehouse again, but we didn't find anything useful.
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body in here.
Stop joking about that, Aiba. Wow. Okay, let's go back to Abby's headquarters then. Think we have Falco here already. Maybe. Police headquarters, Monday, 2:49 p.m. I returned to Abby's HQ with Aiba. I needed to talk with the boss. As I entered the room, the boss smiled like she was waiting for me.
I took care of what you asked for.
Number 89.
He's here, in the interrogation room.
I'm
Alright.
on it.
You'll go without me this time. I have some errands to run. One of the higher-ups needs me.
Higher ups.
I'll have Pewter go to the interrogation with you.
Understood.
Okay. We'll meet with Falco, or number 89, whoever he is. Wait a second. Isn't that the guy from the dream?